everybody. Welcome. This is my totally never done before, my second live stream ever. So bear with me. I'm just getting started, just getting slowly warming up to it, getting used to it. So let's do this. I'm gonna call this segment. I'm gonna call this segment Yoga Chat and Flow with your host, me, Daniel. So I don't know. I think I'm like creating a genre here. I don't think this genre really exists, but like I kind of hate the idea of becoming a live streamer for video games. And that's kind of like a career that people do now. But I don't want to play video games for 5 hours every 5 days a week. It's like, uh, I mean, I could, but I don't want it, right? It's not really aligned with my path. So I was like, how do I do like a yoga version of that? So what I'm gonna do, or what I'm gonna try to do, is have talking segments for like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then I'll do like 5 minutes of yoga, and I'll try to encourage you, the viewer, to do the yoga along with me, and then I'll go back and forth for like an hour or two or three. I'll start with like 45 minutes, and then maybe one at one point it'll get longer and longer. We'll see how it goes. So are you excited? I definitely am. I'm super excited. So this is going to be fun. So join me. So I also have kind of a main topic that I'd like to circle back to and talk a lot about for this particular segment, for this live session. I always want to have a good topic that relates to my channel and all the things I put on the channel, and my kind of my interests, my hobbies. So the main topic for this is the question: is the Matrix about enlightenment? So I have a bunch of subtopics that I want to explore. That is going to be really fun. So we are 2 minutes into it. So I'm going to put a timer on the screen for a 2 minute countdown. And when it hits the 2 minutes, then we're going to do 5 minutes of sun salutations. And then I'll come back to talking. So right now I can put a timer. If I figure out how to do this. Ooh, how do I put a timer? That's not it. That's not it. There we go. Sticker. Countdown. Uh, sun. Okay. Choose a minute. Good. Done. All right. So in 2 minutes. Oh, I don't like how that's like right there though. Before I was able to move it. Anyway, so I'm gonna go down here. Okay, so in 2 minutes, we'll figure this out as we go. In 2 minutes, we're gonna do sun salutations. It's gonna be fun. I don't know why I can't just drag this thing over here. There we go. Okay, you gotta click it in. Okay. Okay, so up here, 1 minute and 15 seconds, we're gonna go and do 5 minutes of sun salutations. And it's gonna be fun. You're totally, if you want, you can join in, do 5 minutes of sun salutations with me, or you can just watch and make fun of me. That would be fun too. But I would encourage you to come on in and join me and do 5 minutes of sun salutations with me. It'll be fun. Okay, so the topic is the Matrix about enlightenment? I mean, it's clearly definitely about enlightenment, and it's also about just religion, and it's about life, and it's about philosophy, it's about the Buddha, it's about the Christ, it's about how each of us is has a little bit of the Buddha or a little bit of the Christ in ourselves. It's about society. Okay, so we're about to start. We're going to start sun salutations right now and just do 5 quick minutes, and then we'll come back. It'll be super simple, and then we'll come back. So let's start a timer. I don't know how I got it to stay here before. How are we doing this? There. Okay, so let's do some sun salutations. Are you down? Do it with me. If you want, do it with me. Okay, so start with your hands by your chest. Breathe in. Raise your hands. Stretch it down, touch the floor. Right leg back first. Back to plank. Knees down. Upward dog. Downward dog. I guess I could take my socks off, eh? Right leg up. Left leg back. Come all the way up. Hands at your sides. Let's take these off. Okay, now we got to do one on the other side. Hands together. Up and then touch the ground. Left leg back first. Plank. Knees down. Head down. Downward dog. Left leg up. Bring the right leg up. Touch the ground. Reach up. That was one set. Let's try to fit in one more set. Hands at your chest. Reach up. Touch the ground. Right leg back. Plank. Knees down. Upward dog. Downward dog. Right leg up. Oh, 1 minute left. Bring your other foot up. Touch the ground. Hands to your sides. Okay, finish the set. Reach up. Touch the ground. Left leg back. Plank. Knees down. Upward dog. Downward dog. Left leg up. Bring your right leg up. Touch the ground. Reach up. That's perfect. 2 perfect sets. All right. So, if anyone joined in, how was it? How did you like it? How did you do? Okay. Hello, Chelsea. Thanks for the heart. Yes, it is. It is what? Mark. Hey, Dan, I only have 2 minutes, but I wanted to stop in. Thank you for stopping by, Mark. Very, very generous of your time. Just a kid. Hi, how's it going? Just a kid. Welcome in. Here we're talking about yoga and the matrix and philosophy and spirituality. And every 10 minutes or so, we're going to go do 5 minutes of yoga and then come back to talking. That's the thing I'm doing right now. Lind Arend Medford. Linderind Medford said hi. Hello. Nice to meet you. Good to see you. Chelsea. Where's Edmund? He should be joining. He's sleeping over here to the side. He was pretty cranky today. I lately have this little it's like a little fake birdie, and he's on this long wire, and I run around and kind of I move the bird around, flying it through the air with this long wire, and he loves it. Like, he goes totally crazy for it. He jumps through the air to try to catch it, and it's his new favorite thing. And he's a predator, so he needs that engagement of hunting. Anyway, so I do at least 10 minutes of that every day now, and he gets cranky when I'm walking around doing my thing. He comes by and tries to attack me in a loving way. He doesn't actually hurt me anyway, but he's telling me let's play. I want to play with my birdie. Anyways, it's very cute, and he loves it, so it's pretty cool. I always look at the wrong part of the super distracting. I don't look at the camera lens. I look at the image. Anyway, something I got to remember how to do. Chelsea. Nice to see you again, Chelsea, or hear from you. He joined in spirit. All right, that works. That works. Thanks for joining. The Matrix is. I was answering your question. Oh, okay. Oh, you were too. Yes, it is. Yeah, is the Matrix about enlightenment? Yeah, and you're like a philosophy major, right? So you would know. right? Okay, so let's jump into this. 15 minutes in already, huh? So, more sun salutations coming up in 5 minutes. Okay, so let's see. Plato's cave allegory. Yeah, Plato's cave allegory. Reincarnation. Yeah. Awakening. Philosophy major. I thought you were. See, I'm good at listening sometimes. I'm the world's greatest listener. Just kidding, I'm not at all. I'm like I'm both. I'm very good at listening, and I'm also absolutely terrible at listening. And most people are average right in the middle. They're like okay at listening to people, and I'm either the worst listener or the best listener. I know it's a paradox, right? But that's life. That's life. I usually I'll be listening while I am looking in a different direction. It's kind of like on the spectrum kind of thing, where I'm looking over here but I'm listening to the conversation over here. I don't know. That's me. I'm a weird one. Okay, we're at 17 minutes. Awakening, the ego, Neil's transformation, egregores. Why the movie represents spirituality. Oh, one cool thing about the Matrix is somewhere in one of the three movies, he I think the Oracle mentions that he's like the sixth one. It was a very quick like mention, but someone mentions it at some point in a movie. So he's actually the sixth. So Neo in the first Matrix, and second and third, he's actually the sixth reincarnation of Neo, the one, which is really cool because you can apply that to um, Buddhism. You could apply that to Christianity. You could apply that to Tibetan Buddhism, where the Rinpoches are like reincarnated 6, 7 times, and they come back and they continue their lineage. Same with the Dalai Lama. He's like the seventh or the 10th Dalai Lama reincarnated. Pretty cool stuff. So in Christianity, there's a cool part. In Christianity, Jesus was talking to someone, I think John maybe? No, Jesus was talking to someone, and he said, "Who do they think I am?" And when he said that, he was, I mean, this is my perception. Not everyone believes this, but I think he was talking about reincarnation. Who do they say I was reincarnated from? And then he says Elijah, and then he says Jeremiah, and then he says John the Baptist. Who do they say I am? And then the guy he's talking to, I think one of his disciples says, "No, no, you are the Christ, God's son," or something. And he's like, "Okay." So Jesus might have not been the first Neo. Jesus might have not been the first Jesus. He could have been reincarnated. And I think he probably was, because when it comes to like really, really super, super high level enlightenment that I think Jesus was at, he could have, you know, gone through many stages of reincarnation before he got there. Ryan Bastion, Ryan's Bastion says, "I love your accent. What part of Vietnam are you from?" Not actually from Vietnam. A lot of people say I have a strange accent. I'm from Canada. I don't know. I sound weird sometimes, you know. Definitely not from Vietnam. from Canada. Ernst, Ernst says hi. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Okay, so we're 20 minutes in. I think it might be time for more question and answer sticker. Food that tastes like no. Okay, so I say we should probably do some more yoga. Let's see, we're at 20 minutes. So, okay, let's do 5 more minutes of sun salutations. You ready? No one's watching, but that's fine. We're gonna do 5 more minutes of sun salutations. And oh, here we go. Gotta run. Chelsea, bye. Have a good one. Nice to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Okay, let's do. Okay. All right, we're doing sun salutations for 5 minutes. So you can, if you want, join me, and let's do it together. 5 minutes of sun salutations, and you don't have to join, but I encourage you to join because it feels good and it's fun. And anyway, 0 people watching. That's totally cool. Anyway, so let's go do some sun salutations, and I'll be right back to answer more questions and talk more philosophy, spirituality, and about the Matrix. Let's do this. Let's do this. I keep looking at the wrong spot. Okay, so we're doing 5 minutes, 4 minutes of sun salutations. Okay. Make sure my mic is on. Press your hands at your chest. Touch the ground. Right leg back. Plank pose. Knees down. Upward dog. Downward dog. Right leg up. Left leg back. Touch the ground. Reach the sky. Now on the left side. Hands at your chest. Reach up. Touch the ground. Left leg back. Down plank. Knees down. Chest, head. Upward dog. Downward dog. Left leg up. Right leg back. Reach up and hands at your side. One more set. Hands at your chest, reach up. Touch the ground. Right leg back. plank, knees down, upward dog, downward dog, right leg up, left leg up, touch the ground, reach up. Left side now. Reach up. Left leg back. Plank. Knees down. Upward dog. Downward dog. Left leg up. Right leg up. Touch the ground. Reach up. And done. Good job, everybody. Welcome back to the chat. All right. We're back. We're back. How's everybody doing? How are you doing? Did you enjoy it? Was it good? We're back to the chat for another 10 minutes. So what's good? What's new? We're talking about the matrix and spirituality and enlightenment. Is the matrix about enlightenment? Okay, let's see. The ego. Yeah, Neo's transformation, egregores. Reincarnation. Yeah, Plato's cave allegory. So, if you like philosophy, you've heard of Plato's cave allegory. So, I'll tell you what Plato's cave allegory is. It's a story or idea, an analogy, right? So you have three people in a cave that are tied down and held back by straps or whatever, and they're looking at one wall, and their heads are fixed so they can't move, so they have to look at the wall. And then you have a candle behind them, and you have someone else back there holding up like cutouts in front of a candle, so it projects an image on the wall in front of them, and they can't look away. They have to look at the image, so they're fixed there. So it's a super interesting analogy, and it represents our reality. If you look at physical matter, they say that it is like 99.9% empty space. It's just atoms and molecules buzzing super fast, right? And they create a vibration, and the vibration creates an image of something solid. So philosophy that physical matter is it's an image being projected. So it's really interesting. So that it's not actually there. It's more like it appears to be very solid, feels very solid, and it looks very solid, but it isn't necessarily solid. And that's in a way that's like the Plato cave allegory. I could get into it so much more. It goes deeper and deeper, and it explains, and it explains a lot of things. Erm, Erm, just says, "How are you?" I'm good. I'm good. Had a pretty busy day, and my cat's been pretty feisty today, and I've been running around trying to get a bunch of stuff done, and everything's piling up. All the things I need to do are piling up, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try the live thing again because I think I want to get into it. It's interesting, and it's fun, and I'm gonna make it into a challenge to make it into an interesting, fun event. Yeah, I think I want to keep doing it. How are you? Erminst. I don't know how to pronounce your name. We'll call you. Ermst. How are you doing? Oh, you're gone already. Damn. Okay, so awakening. Yeah, so in the Matrix, Neo, he awakens. And similar to when you're going into the Zen state of mind or the present moment, it can feel, if you're doing it a lot, it can feel like it can feel kind of bad. Like when Neo wakes up and he's in that big pod, the big giant pod of like slime, and he's got all these tubes stuck in his body. Um, yeah, that's that is very similar to actual awakening. It's not pretty, it's messy, and you're covered in tubes. All sorts of tubes are like stuck in your body. What do they represent? The tubes? Um, I would say one interesting close analogy is that they're like your connections to egregores. So egregores are crystallized negative thought forms that influence your thinking and your decisions and everything. And they do have like little connector tubes to you. And they say that like it almost connects right to the back of your neck. It's very interesting. And um, they siphon energy from you, and they call it the loosh. That's what I've heard in the circles that talk about egregores. They call it the loosh. So it's like their food. They suck your energy. So when you are in like a really reactive mood, then these egregores, they're sucking the loosh. They're sucking the energy from you. And yeah, egregores are wild. Very interesting. And it's very similar to the Matrix, as that's our main theme right now, the Matrix and enlightenment. Take a sip of water. It's getting hot in here. These lights. Mm. Okay. We're at 34 minutes. I think a little bit of yoga might be coming up soon. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we're ready for more yoga. Who's in? Who's with me? I should put a countdown on warning you guys, but let's just go right into it. Who's down for some Omkara? So Omkara just means like when you say Om for a few minutes. Usually people do it for about 15 minutes, but we're gonna do it for only 5 minutes so that it's live friendly, live friendly. Uh, because if it's too long, people will get bored. So let's do 5 minutes of Omkara. Yeah, yeah, let's do it. And a lot of people, there's two different options. There's AUM and there's OMM. So I do it the AUM way. So it's like so it's three sounds. So let's do that. If you want, you can just say Om. That's fine too. Doesn't matter either way. So let's do this together. I don't know how to get this thing to stick. I don't know why I can't get this thing to. Sometimes it like sticks somewhere, right? But no, it's not doing anything. No, no, it worked. Okay, 4 minutes of Om. Let's do this. Put your hands like this, fingers like that, palms up. You can close your eyes if you want. You want to do it loud enough that you can feel the vibration here, and then here, and then here. and we're done. How was that? That was good. That was good. All right, 40 minutes in. Okay. So, all right, what are we talking about? We're talking about these glasses. Glasses have a bit of a glare on them, eh? Let's look at. Okay, we're talking about the Matrix. The Matrix. Plato's cave allegory, the Matrix, reincarnation, awakening, the ego, Neil's transformation, egregores. Yeah, so the Matrix is it's pretty wild. I love the scene where I love the scene where uh, Neo comes to the city for the first time. He like goes up the elevator, or maybe he comes down the elevator. No, he goes up an elevator, right? And it's pretty cool because I think they have these long like palm leaves, these big branches of palm leaves or something. I don't know what kind of branch or what kind of leaf, but I think that's an analogy, a reference to Christianity, because I think they had the palm leaves for Jesus when he came into one of the cities. I do believe. I think I could be wrong. I think so. I think so. So that's pretty cool. 43 minutes. So Matrix. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And there's a part where he becomes like fully Neo, and the three guys are like shooting bullets at him, and he just looks and he's like no, and he puts up his hand, and then they stop. That has something to do with some sort of like freedom from the ego, which is pretty cool. I find it's pretty cool. I forget exactly how that applies to spirituality, but it's like a small moment of enlightenment. And it's getting hot in here. Summer is it was cold. It was freezing this morning, and now it's like super hot. Or it could be these lights, or it could be me, or it could be doing yoga that heats up too. Okay, well, I'm getting slightly bored with this topic, even though sometimes I'm really on with the Matrix stuff. I can usually riff on Matrix stuff for like forever, but I don't know. I'm getting bored with it. So, egregores, movie perspective. I think 45 minutes is good for my second live stream. Yeah, let's end there. Like and subscribe if you got anything good out of this segment, and have a good one. I'll see you around. Bye.